Jeannie McQueen and the Case of the Barking Dog by Lynn Clement. This is the beginning of a story that won the BMAF competition, and I'm going to leave it on a cliffhanger. Here I am prevaricating again. It's been 2 months since I retired, and I have done none of the things I planned. I was going to completely fill my days after raising my child and finally divorcing Nobed. Museums, art galleries, maybe Open University, I'd said when people asked, but what will you do? Next door's dog is yapping loudly. That's annoying, as there I was about to be productive and sit outside to read my book on Zen, but I won't be able to if that dog keeps on. I'll give Claire, my neighbour, a knock and see if she can keep him quiet. He's not normally this bad. Claire's door is open, which is unusual. I knock, but walk in after she doesn't answer. Claire. Hello, Claire. No reply. Maybe she's outside with Toby. Claire, are you in the garden? It's me, Jeannie. I see the back door is open, so make my way towards it, intending to be polite but firm with Claire about Toby's incessant barking, but I don't get as far as the back door. Claire is in a heap on the kitchen floor. She's clutching what looks like a flan dish, and Toby is licking off the remnants of whipped cream and blood. Claire? Toby looks at me with big brown eyes that say, don't think you're having any of my freebies. I manage to shoo him away. He putters off into the garden and begins barking again. I touch Claire on the neck. Nothing. Must do something, says in a voice. A mirror. That's what they do in films. They get a mirror to see if it will mist up. Claire's handbag is on the kitchen table. I reach in and fish around, not taking my eyes off Claire in case she moves. A Sainsbury's bill, a quote for double glazing, tampons. Finding a small round shape, I pull out her compact and hold it towards her mouth and nose. Nothing. Oh my God, Claire is dead. The sirens wail like a child's toy on Christmas morning before a frazzled father takes the batteries out. It seems continuous. Police, ambulance, fire. I don't know what I said to the call receiver other than Claire's dead. 2 police officers get out of their car. They seem about 15 years old. I think one is a PCSO or trainee maybe. I open the door before they have time to knock. It seems more respectful to Claire somehow. Don't make a noise or you'll wake her up. Toby starts barking anyway, which is what I was really trying to avoid. He jumps up at the young PC's leg. All right, mate, says the policeman. I look up miffed. He's addressing the dog, of course. Toby decides he likes the officer's leg and begins to date it. But there's not much foreplay. Toby, I exclaim, whisking him off the shaking leg. I'll just put him in the bedroom. It feels decidedly intrusive going into one of Claire's bedrooms, but it's more important that amorous Toby stays away from the police. Sorry about that, I say, and lead the officers into Claire's kitchen. Before they even look at her body, the young PCSO says, are you the person who dialed 999? Yes, I say. Why did I hesitate? Police. I don't much care for the police. I still have the sting of when I was a teenage spliffer. Me, a park bench, Tony Carstairs, a lighted spliff. and PC 4931 Cummings. What a tosser. Had he never been 17? He booked us both. I saw him put the confiscated spliff in his top pocket. Me and Tony had to go to the station with our parents. We got cautioned. Yes, it was me, I said more assuredly, with my chin jut out to signify confidence. I probably looked like Kirk Douglas. Jeannie McQueen? Asked the girl. Yes, my mother had a sense of humour. Why did I say that? Too much info. These people are not your friends. The officer smiled. I am PCSO Starbucks, and this is my senior colleague, PC Costa. No, they were making it up, surely. They both had serious faces, so I didn't crack a smile, but nodded my head solemnly. They looked at Claire in a heap on the floor where I'd left her, her head crooked to one side. The flan dish completely clean of cream, where Toby had been back for seconds, and the blood. Blood! There was blood on the side of Claire's head. I heard the ambulance draw up on Claire's drive and dashed to the door before the paramedics could knock, leaving the police officers to mind Claire's body. The ambulance crew told us what we already knew, that of course Claire was dead. But what they said next floored me. It doesn't look like an accidental death, Constable, said the middle-aged paramedic with a paunch. I often wonder about doctors and nurses and other medical professionals who are fat, or should I say overweight. They don't even bother to take their own advice. How many times does the Daily Mail have to say that if you have fat round your middle, you'll die early? I wonder if Claire had belly fat. The constable got on his walkie-talkie straight away. 8672 Costa, he said. I think we've got a murder. Murder? Murder? Why would it be a murder? Just because it's non-accidental doesn't mean it's a murder. I looked at Claire's twisted body with the blood on the side of her head. Murder? Surely she tripped. Maybe over the dog, banged her head and fell in this heap. Murder? In Lavender Close? At 3 o'clock in the afternoon? Never.